in a special way. We pray that this program would be a time of learning, growth, and fellowship for all of us. Help us to listen to one another with open hearts and open minds, and to support one another as we strive to serve you in all that we do. Please give us the strength and the courage to follow your will and to use the gifts and talents you have given us to make a positive difference in the world. We pray all of this in your holy name. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka masisingil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bagha, may nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig. Ang bituin ng araw niya kailan pa may magdidilig. Lupa ng araw ng walang aming pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga ating mamamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Philippine SE Roadmap Conference. We would like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies for today. She is a member of the Board of the Society for the Advancement of Professional Social Entrepreneurship and the social entrepreneur herself, the co-founder of Happy Helpers, a professional cleaning social enterprise. Let us all welcome Miss Maan Sikam.
Hello, magandang umaga sa lahat. Good morning. And we are all back. I am back, and welcome to everyone who is here, who is new. Welcome to the club, kumbaga. Welcome to the 2025 Philippine Social Enterprise Roadmap Conference. This year's theme is Technology Innovation in Social Enterprise and the Social Solidarity Economy for the SDGs. Over the next 3 days, we convene leaders from government, academe, business, cooperatives, NGOs, and people's associations to strengthen our shared agenda for inclusive and sustainable development. We are honored to have gathered such esteemed individuals dedicated to advancing social and solidarity economies across the ASEAN. Let us begin by welcoming our distinguished speakers, sector leaders, and partners who have joined us to explore the ways in which we can harmonize our efforts and contribute meaningfully to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. This event is made possible by our co-organizers, Tatak SE, the Quezon City Local Government Unit, Ayala Corporation, Cooperative Development Authority, Globe Telecom, Meta, and Startup Village. Our sponsors, BPI Foundation and GCash. Of course, our co-facilitators, the Bayan Family of Foundations and SAPSE, or the Society for the Advancement of Professional Social Entrepreneurship. To formally open our conference, we are honored to welcome our co-organizers for their welcoming remarks. Our first keynote speaker for the day is not just a supporter of the Social Enterprise Roadmap, but is a visionary who sees Quezon City as the social enterprise capital of the Philippines by 2028. So let us all welcome, let us give her a big round of applause, Honorable Mayor Joy Belmonte.
To Ms. Helen Grace Marquez, the Vice President of Globe Telecom. To Ms. Maria Carmina T. Marquez, Executive Director of the BPI Foundation. When I call on you, can you please rise to be acknowledged? Baka not everybody knows who you are. There's Helen and is Carmina. There's Carmina. Palakpakan naman natin sila. They're our partners. Thank you, Carmina, and thank you, Helen. Mr. Carlo Calimon, the President of Startup Village, is with us as well. Professor Carlos Sagun, the President and CEO of Bayan Family of Foundations. Thank you. Mr. Rodmark Barriga, President of the Society for the Advancement of Professional Social Entrepreneurship. Sir. Ms. Mona Celine Marie Villa, Head, Small Business and Cooperatives Development and Promotions Office from the City Government. Ms. Karen Sagun, the Head of the QC Kabahagi Center for Children with Disabilities. We have Mr. Rogelio Reyes. Is he present now? He is late. Head of our Public Employment Services Office. And of course, we have other department heads from the Quezon City local government present here today. And collectively, I would like to greet our partners from the national government agencies, from the private sector, civil society, and the academe. Our passionate social entrepreneurs, community leaders, and innovators who give life to this cause, and to all our delegates who have come from near and far. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Magandang araw po. Nakapag-breakfast na po ba tayo? Ay, hindi pa. So, malapit na atang i-serve ang inyong mga morning snacks. So, good morning everyone and welcome to Quezon City. It is an honor for us to co-host the Philippine Social Enterprise Roadmap Conference for the second year. To our generous co-organizers and sponsors, thank you for helping us bring this wonderful crowd together. We gather starting today to learn from each other and to celebrate what it truly means to open possibilities, especially for those who need them the most. As I look around this hall, I am filled with a sense of hope. To many of us, it has been a long journey. Here in Quezon City, ours began 6 years ago with the promise, kasama ka sa pag-unlad. Or in English, you are part of the growth of our community. We told people, you will always be included in the progress of our city. At the precipice of governing, we came face to face with the question, what does it actually mean when we commit to progress that embraces everyone? What do we mean when we say no one gets left behind? To answer this, we turn to the powerful model of social enterprise and community-driven economy. We chose to believe that business, when guided with purpose, can be a powerful force for good. That our citizens have the capacity to become economic movers. Thus, kasama ka sa pag-unlad became our battle cry. It was a declaration of our commitment to ensure that the progress we fight for redounds to our people. This was crucial, especially to communities and sectors that have long been in the fringes, to those who felt unseen, to those who never thought that they could win. Over the past 6 years, we have invested in the development of our micro, small, and medium enterprises. Under our Small Business and Cooperatives Development and Promotions Office, of course ably led by Mona Celine Yap, we count 98,000 QCpreneurs, each with a story of resilience and hope. They include stay-at-home mothers and solo parents, retrenched workers at the height of the pandemic, PWDs, returning migrant workers, wives of recovering drug dependents, victims of domestic violence, members of the LGBTQ+ community, among many, many others. We have also created programs to unlock the entrepreneurial potential of our women. For instance, we have an initiative that combines makeup and beauty with digital commerce. And more recently, we opened the very first circularity hub in the whole country, where women beneficiaries from our community called Payatas will be trained to become artisan weavers who bring discarded textiles back to life. Through our partnerships with national government counterparts, the private sector, civil society, and other groups, we are able to provide training, market linkages, and mentorship, all contributing to the space we have created for these entrepreneurs in order for them to thrive. We are proud that about 85% of our beneficiaries are growing their businesses to this day. Yung mga wala doon, yung 15%, sila yung mga biktima ng iba't ibang mga sakuna, baha, sunog, and hindi namin sila pinapabayaan. Kasi kapag meron silang naranasan na sakuna, sila ang una ulit na bibigyan natin ng tulong at suporta kapag sila ay naka-recover na. Some are now capable of exporting their goods, while others are providing job opportunities as they expand their operations. Quezon City is also proud to be the home of the largest number of cooperatives in the Philippines, and I shout out to the cooperative sector who is present here today. This is a role that we take seriously, recognizing the great power of co-ops to uplift sectors. We have helped various groups organize themselves towards this shared economic pursuit, capacitating them to ensure the sustainability of their efforts. Because of this, we now have cooperatives for urban farmers, seamstresses and tailors, tricycle drivers, and even our waste collectors. Soon, we will have a cooperative for returning domestic workers. Through this cooperative, we seek to break the generational cycle of poverty that forced them to leave the country for overseas work in the first place. In 2023, our city government began to concretize our very own localized social enterprise development roadmap, developed in collaboration with the Bayan Innovation Group and the Sasakawa Peace Foundation. We started where the need seemed greatest, where we thought the lessons would be most clear, among the parents of our children with disabilities who received support from our Kabahagi Center, ably led by Ms. Karen Sagun. Seeing the barriers that these families face, we became even more determined. It was no longer about asking, how do we help them? But instead, how do we remove the barriers that keep them away from a better life? From there, we built a citywide program we now call Tatak SE, Kabahagi Ka sa QC. This became our living laboratory, where we learned how to better design meaningful livelihood opportunities, ones that adapt to the realities of our beneficiaries. Under the collaboration we foster in Tatak SE, Kabahagi Center becomes the source of initial training, capacity building, and inclusion. Our Small Business and Cooperatives Office delivers capital, technical assistance, and market linkages. And our Public Employment Service Office creates the crucial bridge to employment in order to help our enterprises scale. We are building up this model and all the successes of our growing community of entrepreneurs as we move closer to our goal of establishing Quezon City as the social enterprise capital of the Philippines by 2028. So, bakit naman napaka-ambisyosa namin na 2028 kailangan is capital na kami ng social enterprise kasi yan po ang katapusan ng aking pong termino. So, ipinangako ko po yan sa sektor na kailangan paspas tayo magtrabaho. We will double, triple, quadruple our efforts because kailangan by 2028, maibigay ko na sa inyo itong napakagandang recognition na ito na tayo na ang capital ng social enterprise sa buong bansa. From creating our proof of concept and integrating social enterprise principles within our systems, we now seek to draw a blueprint for other local governments and the entire nation to follow. To achieve this vision, we are embedding social enterprise concepts into the curriculum of our schools and of our university. bringing community trade fairs and pop-ups to more public spaces, and turning our 142 barangays into social laboratories, each one designing community-led solutions particular to their respective area. Parallel to these, we will continue to forge partnerships with various institutions while working towards the institutionalization of this movement through our multi-stakeholder Quezon City Social Enterprise Council. All of these are part of our contribution to the broader Philippine SE Roadmap and the collaboration that we seek to cultivate in the ASEAN region. We believe that as we work on the complete success of our social enterprise model, we can work across borders to democratize access to social and solidarity economy initiatives, leveraging governance systems for maximum impact. Friends and partners, they say that the days are long, but the years are short. For this conference, we are given 3 days to learn, to share, and to widen our networks. There are a lot of reasons to be inspired. Ultimately, I am certain we will be reminded hope is the currency of social enterprise. It stems from our collective defiance of the status quo. It rises from our shared resolve to make inclusion the strategy that strengthens our economies. And it shines in the faith that we place upon the people and sectors that we empower and we engage. May we hang on to this hope as we pursue genuine, inclusive, and sustainable progress. Again, it is an honor to have you all here today. I welcome you once again to Quezon City. As we say in Filipino, marami pong salamat at mabuhay po tayong lahat. Long live sa ating lahat. Marami pong salamat.
Maraming salamat, Mayor Jerry, and thank you for welcoming us to this wonderful venue provided for us by the Quezon City LGU, the new MICE Center, the Meeting, Incentives, Conferences, and Exhibition Center. No? Our next keynote speaker, let us welcome her, represents Globe Telecom, a key mover and supporter of the 2025 SE Conference, Roadmap Conference, the Vice President for Globe Telecom's Build and Deploy Unit, Ms. Helen Marquez.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Mayor, ang hirap mo sundan. Bigla akong kinabog. But anyway, it is really a pleasant opportunity to be in front of you. While I was listening to the visionary mayor, I can't just help but, you know, she said hope is the currency for social enterprise. But the Filipinos has always been resilient. So if hope is the currency, resilience is the one that would sustain it. And under Globe Telecoms, we hope to give you the platform to sustain the resilience, bring up hope, and fulfill the SE objectives. So thank you very much for the conference organizers, and special acknowledgement to our host, the visionary Mayor Belmonte, for your bold leadership. I'm a fan now. And for making Quezon City the heart of social entrepreneurship in the Philippines. At Globe, we believe in the power of purpose-driven partnerships. That is why we are so proud to stand here today, not just a co-organizer, but as a committed partner to the Quezon City LGU and the Philippine SE Development Roadmap Council. Mayor Belmonte, your vision for Quezon City as a social enterprise capital by 2028, you can count on us. It's very ambitious, but I'm telling you, you can count on us. It is now not just a wish, but it's an imperative. It resonates deeply into the Globe's core mission to create a globe of good by turning digital connectivity into a catalyst for tangible, sustainable, and inclusive growth. Kanina, before I start, I want to say, kasi in Globe, we always say, Globe morning, Globe Morning. Pero pagtingin ko sa phone ko, ang hina ng signal. So, hindi ko na lang inulit. So, that's a homework for us. That in this compound, we have to improve the signal. Yan. Nahiya ako bigla eh. And then, as I mentioned, when we're walking here, in the last several weeks, we have been visiting the Quezon City Hall in collaboration with the wonderful team of CA Alimurong, with the hope of cleaning up yung spaghetti wars, di ba? That has been long neglected by the industry. We recognize that gap, and we are here working with the city to find ways to comply with public safety and eventually put it all underground. Hindi lang yon to make the city beautiful, but also to comply to public safety standards, and more importantly, revisit the coverage and capacity that we need to lay out to give you the service that you all deserve. We are one with Mayor Belmonte and the Bayan family of foundations to uplift the lives of every Filipino through technology. Di ko mabasa yung sinulat ko eh. Parang footmanship yung ginawa ko. So I will just mention this from the heart. I came from a humble beginning. Diba? Produkto ng public school, nagnenegosyo, nagtitinda ng mani sa school para may pamasahe pa uwi. So social entrepreneurship, and if it's going to be legitimized and structured this way, is something that people like me could really embrace and hope for. Galing sa public school, taga-Tondo po ako eh. So, galing sa public school, umunlad, nag-aral. But today, good education is not enough. Diba? Who can survive without data? Data becomes a partner for every move that we need to do. Dati po, meron tayong road to farm market. Di ba? Pagka may road to farm na, farm to road market, you could get assured that your goods gets to be delivered, takes out the middleman, and optimize the gain for the farmers. Pero ngayon, iba na. Di ba? We learned that through pandemic na ang daming online selling na nagaganap. So yung mga little cookies that you bake can now be advertised through the different platforms. And what would require that kind of platform is a good internet service. And so, Mayor Belmonte, and I say this on behalf of Globe, that we are with you in ensuring that we will make sure by 2028 you get the coverage that you need to drive this social enterprise capital of the Philippines ambition. So what would it mean for Quezon City? Yun na nga po. Quezon City will be part of the national digital corridor that we are trying to build across the nation. If you notice, yung 9-dash line issue natin ngayon, it is both an opportunity and a threat. Opportunity because a lot of other countries would now go to the Philippines and divert their traffic because tayo maiiwasan nila. And for that, we have expanded our network capacity. We have built additional subsea cables just to make sure that when those foreign locators would come in, we are ready. Kasi nga, if you also read the news, there's so much discussion about 5G and AI. Diba? Lahat ng makikita nyo sa TikTok, akala mo deepfake. Pero diba, it's so fantastic, but it's also so scary. Kasi there will be jobs that will be displaced by AI. But can we fight it? We can't. But can we work around it? Can we cultivate it? Can we make it to our advantage? Definitely yes. You know, when we're looking at the traffic of AI global, we are number 4. A small country like the Philippines, in terms of AI engagement, we are number 4. So if we put in the right infrastructure, if you put in the right culture to create this social enterprise, a different kind of industry, we have a good chance to make it. AI, 5G, those are the great equalizers. It will give us the opportunity to be able to bring up the country, hindi lang tayo BPO and customer service, di ba? We can do and explore AI as well. So, lastly, nawala na po ako dun sa binabasa ko. So, yun lang. Ito, Mayor Belmonte, on behalf of Globe, we support you into this ambition and we commit that the dream of being the digital capital of the social entrepreneurship capital of the Philippines will happen by providing you the coverage and the capacity that you need. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat. Globe Morning. Next week, magkakasignal na tayo. Next year.
Thank you very much, Miss Helen. So, abangan natin if next week there will be a signal already here in MICE. Okay. Maybe on our third day may signal na. Ganun kabilis si Miss Helen. Okay. Our next keynote speaker to welcome us today is a very active supporter of the Philippine SE Roadmap, the current chairperson of the corporation subsector, representing both BPI Foundation and Ayala Corporation, the executive director of BPI Foundation. Let us give a warm applause to Ms. Maria Carmina Marquez.
Good morning to all. I will not go through the lengthy acknowledgements. I think Mayor Joy Belmonte has done a good job with the acknowledgements earlier, no? But just the same, Honorable Mayor Joy Belmonte, esteemed partners and guests from the government sector, our partners from the ASEAN coming from Malaysia, key stakeholders of the social enterprise sector, distinguished guests, partners, social entrepreneurs, and to everyone, good morning. Across the Philippines, a new kind of enterprise is changing the way business is done. One that blends purpose with profit. These are called social enterprises, as we know, which are businesses that prove economic growth and social impact can go hand in hand, transforming lives while helping build a more inclusive economy. The Philippine social enterprise sector is recognized as having a very vital role in driving inclusive and sustainable growth across the country. To unify and expand its impact, the Philippine Social Enterprise Development Roadmap, or SE Roadmap as what we call it, was organized with a multi-sectoral approach. The roadmap provides a blueprint to grow and scale the social enterprise sector by enabling collaboration among key stakeholders, including the academe, cooperatives, MSMEs, corporations, NGOs, and the public sector as well. The Ayala Group of companies has long been at the forefront of this growing movement. Since the Social Enterprise Roadmap's inception, it has been committed to initiatives reflecting shared prosperity and social impact. BPI Foundation, I am proud to say, holds a strong leadership position in mobilizing the Ayala Group of companies, including BPI, the mother company of BPI Foundation, Ayala Land, BPI Banco, Ayala Foundation, Globe Telecom, AC Energy, AC Health, AC Logistics, iPeople, who actively engage under the corporation subsector, of which I am the chairperson. This collective effort has played a key role in fostering an enabling environment for the growth of social enterprises in the Philippines. In behalf of the Ayala Group, I would like to thank all stakeholders and partners for their support all these years, most especially to Bayan Family of Foundations. For BPI Foundation, empowering social enterprises has long been at the heart of its development agenda. Through the BPI CNAG program and in partnership with Bayan Academy, the foundation has been nurturing entrepreneurs who use business as a force for social good. Since its launch 11 years ago, BPI CNAG has supported over various social enterprises through mentorship, training, and access to finance. These enterprises work across a range of sectors, from sustainable agriculture and education to healthcare and environmental innovation. Through CNAG's capacity building programs, these enterprises are equipped to grow their operations, attract investment, and expand their community impact. This program also links CNAG alumni to new markets, connecting them directly to customers and funding opportunities, helping them scale responsibly while staying true to their mission. Many graduates have since become advocates themselves, creating sustainable livelihood and driving women's and youth empowerment in their own communities. For this year in 2025, we launched the BPI CNAG In Focus Business Challenge for Social Enterprises, with a focus on sustainable models that address social and environmental problems, especially in agribusiness, education, health, energy, and technology. The top social enterprises that qualified under this program are provided with free boot camp training, cash grants, as well as mentoring sessions. Each success story reinforces our belief that empowering social enterprises is a vital step towards building an inclusive and sustainable economy. And it is by way of this conference that we are also able to help social enterprises and stakeholders appreciate the success stories are made possible with the role of technology being an integral part of development as we embrace the theme of this year's conference: innovate, scale, connect, showcase, and nurture. The BPI CNAG program is a cornerstone of the foundation's work, but its support for social enterprises extends further. The foundation has also partnered with Bayan Family of Foundations, which is also currently leading the National Social Enterprise Roadmap. This multi-sectoral movement aims to strengthen the social enterprise ecosystem in the Philippines, as we all know. Despite the proven benefits social enterprises deliver, the sector often faces a significant challenge: a lack of public awareness and some misconceptions. A 2021 study by the Bayan Innovation Group highlighted some myths of what social enterprises are. Even entrepreneurs are subjected to the notion that social enterprises are not profitable, that they are only micro-enterprises, or that they cease to be social once they scale into a small enterprise. These notions can hinder the sector's advancement. Therefore, a core tenet of the roadmap is promoting the idea that social enterprises must be run as commercially viable organizations to achieve the necessary scale and sustainability to deliver their social mission effectively. To execute this vision, the roadmap mobilizes key strategies: establishing a sector-led governance system represented by national sectoral authorities, initiating a sector-led social enterprise registry, as well as an accreditation system, and advocating for the recognition of social enterprises through supportive policies. These initiatives are crucial to the foundations or to BPI Foundation's operational support for social enterprises. However, for these enterprises to truly flourish and reach their full potential, a supportive national policy framework is very essential. While the social enterprise sector continues to thrive, it lacks a dedicated legal framework, which I hope in the future we'll be able to work on with our government partners. There is an opportunity that could seek to address this gap by expanding access to financing and capacity building and integrate social enterprises into national poverty reduction strategies. It would be good to have the opportunity to institutionalize the triple bottom line approach, which measures success not only through profit, but also through impact on people and the planet. There are many ways to unlock more opportunities for collaboration and growth and create a stronger ecosystem where social enterprises can thrive. BPI Foundation believes that the sustainable progress requires partnership between the private sector, government, and the civil society. The foundation is committed to working with the government to co-develop programs, which we are doing today because as you've seen, as presented by Honorable Mayor Joy Belmonte, there are a lot of programs that actually is a testament to the collaboration between the government and even the corporation subsector. By combining policy support, financial inclusion, and capacity building, these partnerships can expand opportunities for Filipino entrepreneurs and empower more communities nationwide. Through initiatives like SINAG, which is like a ray, which is called or which means Ray of Light, which is our flagship program for social enterprises at BPI Foundation. We hope to complement national priorities for inclusive growth, poverty reduction, and environmental stewardship. As BPI moves closer to its 175th anniversary, this commitment grows even stronger. The Foundation's journey reflects BPI's broader purpose to do more for Filipinos by supporting enterprises that create lasting social value. Social enterprises remind us that business success is more meaningful when shared. They show that innovation, compassion, and resilience can drive national progress, and that when given the right support, small ideas can grow into powerful movements for change. BPI Foundation remains steadfast in its mission to help these change makers thrive. Through partnership, advocacy, and continued investment in Filipino ingenuity, the Foundation envisions a future where every enterprise uplifts the lives of Filipinos and every community has a chance to prosper. Together, we can build a nation where purpose and progress move forward as one, where the success of every social enterprise becomes the success of the entire nation. At BPI, we are committed to building a better Philippines, one family, one enterprise, one community at a time. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Carmina. And as a BPI SINAG alumna myself, I can attest the support of BPI Foundation for social entrepreneurs as myself. Our next keynote speaker has been here from the start, from the inception, from the studying, analyzing. He's been with us working for the National Social Enterprise Roadmap. Our last keynote speaker for today representing the co-facilitator organization Bayan Family of Foundation, its president, Mr. Carlo Sagun.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, if you're looking into the program, you might have seen that we missed one keynote speaker, Mr. Carlo Calimon, who's actually the president of Startup Village. It's just unfortunate that he got into a mishap and couldn't deliver his opening message. But what Startup Village actually brought into this conference is very, very important to our theme. If you're looking into our theme, it's really infusing technology innovations in social enterprises. And it's Startup Village that actually brought in all the tech startups, right? That may be relevant for your operations, right? And the content of his message, I would have assumed, is how you can actually maximize those tech innovations from the different tech startups that you will see all around the booths throughout the 3-day conference. And tomorrow, he'll actually be delivering, his team will actually be delivering a full-day certified digital negosyo program. So just look for the room if you're willing to get to go into that entire day of digitalization, capacity building. Please do attend their breakout room. Right? So that's Carlo Calimon. You'll see him starting later on, probably in the opening of the marketplace. So getting on with my message for the people here in the room. Of course, when we talk about social entrepreneurship, we social entrepreneurs really tend to go where the problems are. Right? And you saw in the messages a while ago, these were actually feel-good messages, feel-good stories. Right? But as you know, because you're all practitioners or intervenors, social entrepreneurs, the story is a feel-good story towards the end. But probably 80 to 95% of the way, we're really going out of our way to get funding that's really scarce for one reason or another. Capacity building for micro, small, because we really become good at this when become a little bit larger, but for a good majority of our enterprises, a good over 90% really need capacity building, access to markets, and of course, impact assessment. How do we do all of that? That's really 90% of the journey is really hard work, and it's not really colorful, right? And in that context, I want to start with something that hasn't been mentioned in the prior messages, and I think is something that's making all of us here in the room angry in the context of the past months. No one mentioned flood control. Why is that so? Isn't that an important issue that we should be addressing as social entrepreneurs? Right? Corruption. Right? Corruption. That's the issue of the time. That's the issue of the time. And social and entrepreneurs actually tend to address issues of the times. Right? Issues of the times. Right? Depending on the information that you're looking at, 400 ghost projects discovered to date? We should be angry. We should be mad at that. Right? We should be mad at that. I just saw this article wherein a 1.3 billion bridge project in Isabela collapsed after a few weeks of its inauguration. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Right? Prior to COVID, there was a study by World Bank saying that annually, a good 20% of our country's annual budget is actually, quote-unquote, budgeted for corruption purposes. During that time, that was 700 billion annually. If you look at our budget now, which is 6 trillion, that actually amounts to 1.2 trillion pesos. we should be mad at that. Right? All of us here in the room should be fuming. And as social entrepreneurs, we should be finding ways on how we can contribute to that. So, and 1 in every 5 Filipinos internally think that corruption is the top problem, right? Even greater than inflation or joblessness or unemployment. That's internally. Externally, right? Other countries, based on this 2024 corruption perception study, were actually rated 33 out of 100 in the corruption index. And we are 114th of 180 participating countries in the study. Right? So that makes us question, right? That makes us look into each other, right? That makes us lose faith in one another. That makes us question, what's our national identity? Have we succumbed to that identity? Right? Is this really who we are as a Filipino nation? Right? And I think my answer to that, and I think the answer to all the people in the room to that question is a resounding no. Right? I think we all here in the room believe, right, that's actually not our DNA as a Filipino people. Right? And who are we, really, as a Filipino people? It's November. If we're going to ask ourselves who we are, might as well look into our values. We're actually celebrating the Filipino Values Month. Do you know that? Do you know that? And what values are we celebrating? Right? If you look into our basic education curriculum, it's actually integrated in our entire basic education system. Number 1, Makajos. For our foreign friends, our ASEAN friends, Makajos means pro-God, right? And more than religion, it's really having this sense of ethics, sense of justice, sense of doing what is right over anything else, right? That's the first value. Second value, makatao, pro-people, right? Being compassionate, being empathetic. So when Mayor Joy said a while ago that they really piloted and anchored their social enterprise program for the city in the Kabahagi program for children with disabilities, that's empathy. That's compassion. Right? Imagine an entire city supporting the households of children with disability. That's compassion. That's empathizing with those who are in most need. Third, makakalikasan, pro-environment. Of course, that's really utilizing the resources that we have now so that the future generations still have these resources to use, right? And last but not the least is makabayan or pro-country. Of course, everything that we do is supposed to be for nation building, right? In furtherance of our national development agenda. Right? These are the very values that are not just posted on walls, right? On posters that you see in your buildings. These very values are actually engraved in our Filipino hearts. It's within us. It's innate in us, right? It's innate in us, right? And so the question is the Filipino the problem? Are we the problem? And I'd like to think no. Right? I'd like to think no. I believe that it's really just the economic system that was designed and instilled that really run counters to these values. Right? But as a people, we have those values that are really, really good. And it's something that we can be proud of. We can contribute to our ASEAN agenda in furtherance of the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, when you turn those values into a business, how will that look like? Does it look familiar? Does it look like a social enterprise? I believe so. When you say a business is makatao or pro-people, we're taking care of our people in our communities. When we say a business is makakalikasan or pro-environment, of course, we do take care of our resources in a sustainable manner, right? When we say our enterprise is makabayan, we reinvest our bottom lines in furtherance of the social mission, in furtherance of our local development agenda, right? And of course, being makajos or pro-God is the ethical principles that would get all those things in one line, right? So, in essence, social enterprise is a model that's not an alternative business model. It actually authentically brings us back to our values. Right? That's why I remember, if those of you who participated in our first conference in 2023, Prof. Pinky said that her dream, her aspiration, is for one day for businesses not to be described as social, that it's actually the norm. And it's actually possible because logically, if you practice the Filipino values in the context of enterprise development, it necessarily becomes a social enterprise. It's innate in us. It's something that we can do naturally, right? But just one good social enterprise cannot change a system, right? Cannot change a system, right? You need a nationwide effort, a citywide effort to change a system, right? And that's where the social and solidarity economy framework comes in. Because to change a system, now you need the public sector, like the Quezon City government, the private sector, like Globe and Ayala corporations, the civil society sector, like us, and the rest of the NGOs here. We should all act together such that we can collectively go for the outcome of social enterprise development. Businesses that go for the values of makajos, makatao, makakalikasan, and makabayan. And I think that's what we're all aiming for this conference. It's just, it just has a technology innovations flavor because we want to fast-track everything. We want to fast-track everything. Mayor Joy wants this done by 2028, 2 years before the SDGs actually end. So we need technology, technology, technology. And that's what you will get in this conference. Forgive us if you're expecting an academic discussion in this conference. No, we won't have that. We've done that in the past, right? We want actions now. We want concrete collaborations from this conference. If you're a social enterprise wanting to scale up your operations, look for the right technology startup that you can collaborate with. And by day 3, you should have a partnership with them already. That's my challenge to you. So with that, right, I hope that everyone can find this next 3 days fulfilling for your own organizational agenda. Definitely we here in the Philippine SE Roadmap Council would want that for you. And just look for us throughout the next 3 days. And we would be glad to accompany you in this journey of the 2025 Philippine Social Enterprise Roadmap Conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carlo, for moving us and inspiring us and challenging us for the next 3 days, no? So, sabi ni Carlo, we all should be networking. This is not an academic experience. It's not just lectures or workshops, but it is about connecting and collaborating together, no? Maka-Diyos, makatao, makabayan, makakalikasan. Sana we could all be examples of what Filipino values are. Okay, so for our next part of our program, I'd like to call on our keynote speakers for us to present our tokens. So we'd like to call back on stage Honorable Mayor Joy, Ms. Helen Marquez, Ms. Carmina Marquez, Mr. Carlos Sagon, and if Carlo Calimon is in the room, he's not yet here. So we'd like to exchange tokens from the QC LGU and from the National SE Roadmap as well. Okay na? Okay. We'd like to ask you to remain on stage as we take pictures with the other. If you can remain on stage, the boxes will be taken from you again. Baka mabigat kasi. For our next photo opportunity, we'd like to invite representatives of our co-organizing organizations to join us on stage. Representatives from SAPSE, the QCLGU, CDA, Globe Telecom, Meta, Ayala Corporation, and Startup Village. If we could invite you on stage, representatives from our co-organizations. Okay, please remain on stage. We will have another batch, our third batch. We'd like to ask representatives from our sponsor organization, BPI Foundation and GCash. Are there representatives from GCash? Nandito na ba? Okay. So for our next photo, we'd like to invite our SE Roadmap Council members from the academe subsector, cooperative subsector, corporation subsector, MSMEs and People's Association subsector, and NGO subsector to come forward and join the group for a larger photo. And then the next would be a big group photo for all of us. Doc Norby, we'd like to invite you on stage. Sir Dodo Makasait. Sir Dodo, come join us on stage here. Ayun. Okay, now I will request you to stand here in the front. Go down, stand here in the front. And for the rest of the room, to please come closer, to stand up, and please come closer to the stage as much as you can. We will have an entire conference group shot. So I'd like to request everyone to please stand up and move a bit closer. We will have a full conference group shot. So the photographers are now here on stage. Ayan. Come closer, please. Let us not leave any gaps so everybody can be in the picture. Ayan. Let's fill up the middle of the room as well. There's plenty of space on the middle of the room, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ayan, beautiful. Wave, everybody wave, wave, wave. Wave, wave, everybody wave. Thank you, everyone. You may now sit down and go back to your seats. Thank you very much. Okay. If we could all go back to our seats, we will continue our program. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. If we could all slowly go back to our seats, we will continue our program. This year's conference is definitely bigger than last year's. Bigger venue, bigger crowd, and bigger activities. Aside from the sessions in the plenary hall, we have 3 breakout rooms and 3 floors of booths to discover, 3 areas of booths to discover. To give us an overview of what is in store for us in the next 3 days, let's all welcome on stage. He is an entrepreneur, educator, and advocate for inclusive development in the Philippines. As a co-founder and CEO of Palamigan Co., he leads a pioneering social enterprise providing low-cost cold chain solutions like micro-ice plants to underserved communities, benefiting over 1 million Filipinos. With 25 years of experience across multiple industries, he also serves as president of the Society for the Advancement of Professional Social Entrepreneurship, advancing the National Social Enterprise Development Roadmap. An adjunct professor at Ateneo's Graduate School of Business, he mentors entrepreneurs and consults for organizations while also supporting mental wellness through Project Steady Asia. To present our overview for the next 3 days, let us give a warm round of applause to Mr. Rodmark Bariga.
Morning, everyone. Let me fix my props here for a while. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm really so happy to see many familiar faces. It seems that many of you I only see once a year. And for those that I am hoping to meet for the first time, welcome also. So let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen for the next 3 days. So we started officially in 2023. And this was when we launched, during February, we launched officially the National Social Enterprise Development Roadmap. And during November of that year, we also had our first conference wherein around 100 participants attended. During this time in 2023, we also launched officially the Tatak Social Enterprise Movement, Tatak meaning mark or symbol in English. And one of the most important outcomes of that year was that there was the governance council that was established. So, meaning there was a true blue, sector-led system, and the roadmap was represented nationwide from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The following year, last year, 2024, the different subsectors comprising the roadmap became much more active. There were a lot of activities initiated, such as meetups, various symposia and workshops conducted. We also had the second SE Roadmap Conference, which highlighted social enterprises in the bigger context of the social and solidarity economy, with over 400 attendees from local and international affiliations. 2024 saw the growth of the ecosystem support with more memberships in all the subsectors, public sector partnerships, and ASEAN and Asia Pacific regional links. This year has been the busiest yet. In a little while, we'll call on all the chairpersons of all the subsectors to give their year-end report so you can hear for yourselves what the different subsectors have achieved this past year. We are currently having our third SE Roadmap Conference in this beautiful My Center. Thank you again through the generosity of the Quezon City LGU. And so far, as of 2 days ago, we have over 1,200 registrants who will be participating in the next 3 days. This year, the spotlight is a bit different as we will be talking about technology innovations for social enterprises and the social and solidarity economy, hoping that these technology innovations could hasten the Sustainable Development Goals attainment. We bring together movers of impact not just from all parts of the nation, but also from the ASEAN APAC regions and beyond to shape a future where no one is left behind. We will have as objectives for this conference the following. First of all, we're going to be talking in the next 3 days about different tech innovations and how this can help not just social enterprises, but the bigger social and solidarity economy. And hopefully that will hasten the growth of the sector and maybe also address, as Professor Carlos said, the corruption problem in the country. We are also going to launch a few initiatives which will be the anchors of the service platform that we will be providing over the next few years. So there will be talks about financing and impact investment. There will be talks about impact measurement, and there will be talks about capacity development, among other things. Of course, hopefully, as the other speakers have already mentioned, you take advantage of the next 3 days to broaden your network and so that we can have more collaborations and strengthen our partnerships across the nation and over the seas as well. And lastly, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but next year the Philippines will be hosting the ASEAN Summit, and our conference now is going to usher in that ASEAN Summit chairmanship, and we will be taking a lead towards a sustainable regional leadership for the ASEAN region. So allow me to go quickly because I know you might be wondering what the program will be for the next 3 days. I will be going through each of the activities that we will be having, all the sessions that we'll be having. So please take note if there are particular, because a lot of the sessions will be happening simultaneously. So please take note of the sessions that might be a bigger interest to you. So for day one, before that, there will be 5 tracks throughout the 3 days. The first is the Innovate track, where sessions will talk about digitalization of business processes, practical tech tools, emerging innovations that will facilitate SE and SSE growth. The second track is the scale track, where integrated services will be shown using the three pillars of the roadmap strategic plan, as I already mentioned: financing and impact investing, impact measurement, and capacity development. The third track is the connect track, where we will be talking about ecosystem building through partnerships among all the critical actors in the roadmap. The fourth track, which is the showcase track, will highlight our marketplace. If you don't know yet, if you've seen some booths here on the ground, there are more booths upstairs in the second floor. We'll be launching that later this afternoon officially. So it's a marketplace of products and services from SE members and partner communities, and there will be a lot of inspiring stories shared by social entrepreneurs themselves throughout the next 3 days. And the last track is, of course, the nurture track, where formative sessions for the next generation of social entrepreneurs and change makers are going to take place. So for day one, these are the sessions. So of course, first is the registration, and then now we're doing the welcoming segment. There will be snacks served right after I talk, so I'll make this quick. And then before lunch, we will have the state of the Philippine SE Roadmap subsectors, where all the chairpersons of the different subsectors will giving their end-year reports. In the afternoon after lunch, there will be a plenary session here in the hall, where the discussion for the social enterprise and the social and solidarity economy will happen. And simultaneously, there will be other sessions happening in breakout rooms. The breakout rooms will all be upstairs in the second floor. Later, I'll show you a map so you can see it. So the first breakout session happening is in room A, and it's going to talk about driving social innovation through data solutions and AI. There's another breakout room happening on the same time. It's in room C, second floor. It's going to be about connect, unleash, innovate, co-designing movements with communities as a strategy for Filipino social enterprises. Happening simultaneously, this time in room E, is about the session will be about aquaculture forum, and in room D, it's going to be about technological innovation for inclusive economic empowerment linked to climate action. Last two, there are going to be many events happening. I already mentioned there's going to be the official launch of the SE Marketplace and the tech booths. This will happen in the first floor foyer. I think there's going to be a ribbon cutting ceremony also. And then followed immediately by a showcase event and some of the initial success stories from social entrepreneurs. There'll be snacks served after that, and after the snacks, starting at 3:30, here in the plenary session, we'll be talking about future-ready enterprises and powering growth through digital transformation. Simultaneously, there will be several breakout sessions as well. The first in room D, it's about digital connectivity and renewable energy innovations. In room C, it's going to be about sustainable youth. And then in room A, it's going to be SEs in the Philippines. It's going to give a profile and the current profile and the current landscape. This is going to be an interesting session as well. In room E, it will be about, there will be an aquaculture forum. It's just a continuation of the forum starting at 1 o'clock, 1:30, I mean. And then there will be a second round of success stories. It's going to be in the second floor foyer. And then by 5 p.m., booths will be closed. So for day two, we will start, registration again opens at 8 8 a.m. If everybody can come a little earlier so we can start on time. The first plenary is an important one. It's going to talk about the SE financing platform. Simultaneously, there will also be breakout sessions in Room E. It's going to be a learning session on service learning. In Room C, it's going to be the Certified Digital Negosyo session. So there are 3 sessions in the morning tomorrow, 1 plenary and 2 breakout sessions. There's going to be a snack after. Then prior to lunch, we'll have the second morning session. Plenary is going to be about capacity development needs of the social enterprise sector and the current initiatives and resources. There's going to be a breakout session for our academe subsector where they will be relaunching NASIA with coaching, with some coaching and mentoring sessions as well. Also happening simultaneously this time in Room C is Certified Digital Negosyo again. And then in the second floor foyer, there's going to be an SE testimonial in business digitalization, followed by lunch. By the way, all snacks and all meals will be served here in the plenary room. 1:30 in the afternoon, there will be a plenary session from the cooperative subsector. This will talk about technology innovations for the empowerment of coconut farmer organizations and coconut farmer cooperatives. Simultaneously, in Room E, this will be the weekend social enterprise session of DLSUL Seed Center. Also happening simultaneously in Room C is the Certified Digital Negosyo, and in Room A is the business development in the cooperative economy. More sessions on the same time. Again, in the second floor foyer, there's going to be a showcase event, Back to Basics, Embracing Homesteading and Green Technology for a Sustainable Future. In Room D, there's going to be an action workshop focusing on mapping the available resources to accelerate the ASEAN SDG SE Roadmap. And then the snacks will be held. And then in the afternoon, the last session for the afternoon, plenary session. It's going to be a hands-on session for those of you who are interested to learn more about AIs for SEs. Meta will be talking about AI for business. And then breakout sessions will happen simultaneously in Room E. It's going to be about the compendium of resources for climate mitigation and adaptation. In Room C, it's a continuation of the Certified Digital Negosyo. In the second floor foyer, there's going to be talks about from idea to legal entity, navigating small business registration in the Philippines. In Room A, it's going to be another workshop for actionable programs, this time about the Philippine SE Roadmap Council subsectors. So the Room A breakout will be particularly just for the subsector leadership. So all the officers of all the subsectors will be conducting a workshop wherein they will finalize plans for 2026, which will be presented on our third day. So going forward to day 3, again, registration and booths open at 8 a.m. By the way, once the showcase area is open this afternoon, they will be open until 5, and every day they will start opening 9 to 5 a.m. Please support our social enterprises, and you can go around and see for yourselves. All booth enterprises will be located here on the ground floor. All the non-food items will be on the second floor. So the first plenary session, we'll be launching, this is the official launch of the National Social Enterprise Registry, and this is going to happen here in the plenary session. Simultaneously, in Room D, there's a session from migrants to social entrepreneurs. Also, two other sessions, one in Room E about advancing impact investing for Philippine social enterprises. I think this is also a closed session by invitation. And then in Room C, there's the official Catalyst Now Philippine chapter launch. For those of you who don't know, Catalyst Launch is a global organization supporting social entrepreneurship. So we will be having the Philippine chapter launch. This is followed by the snacks, and then the second part of the morning will have a breakout session in Room C. It's going to talk about government's localization efforts. And in the plenary session here, we'll have measuring impact of social enterprises and development work. That's another great session. Also happening in Room A is Meta's BIDA AI Accelerate program, or BIDA Accelerate program run. Second foyer, of course, Marketplace and Tech Booths final hour. By 11 a.m., there's going to be a mini event where the raffle draw for SE Passport activity will take place. I'll talk about that a little bit later, and Maan will talk about that more later. Then we'll have our final lunch for the conference, followed by the first session here. Everybody's asked to be back here, where we'll have the presentation of the 2026 action programs of all the Philippine SE Roadmap subsectors. We'll have a final break, and the final session will be a dialogue on continuing the ASEAN agenda for the SDGs and the official conference closing. Okay. So if you want a copy of this program, you can scan the QR code, and this will take you to the program. If you are not able to scan the QR code, you can just go to our registration table, and they have the QR code there as well. But you can scan this if you want the full program. Okay. Let's go through the venue. Again, first floor, we have the plenary hall here. Again, all meals will be served here in the plenary session. Outer foyer is for the food merchant booths. Inner foyer in the first floor is for the tech startup booths and the registration area and the raffle drop box. Please take note of the raffle drop box. I'll talk about that in a bit. There's also the photo wall there outside. Second floor is where the non-food merchants are, and there's a mini stage set up there where some of the sessions will happen as well. All breakout rooms will be on the second floor. There are stairs around the venue, and as well as escalators and elevators. So please feel free to roam around. Okay, so at the very center is the plenary hall, as you can see, and towards your right, that's the entrance there. And at the back are the comfort rooms. If you want to go to the comfort rooms, it's at the back. And the second floor, when you go up the escalators or the stairs, you'll see right away the foyer in the middle, where the mini stage will be set up, and all the other foods, the non-food booths will be upstairs. On the sides, as you can see at the bottom of the screen and at the left side of the screen, you'll see the violet areas there. Those are the different breakout rooms. So you'll see it. There'll be signs, so you won't get lost. We'll make sure that there are signs there. Also, the name of the breakout rooms. Okay. Now, that's why I have this with me. For those of you who registered, you should all have your conference handouts. Okay. You might be missing out on something inside. I know there are notebooks and your IDs are there, but you might have not noticed this, okay? So, this is your passport. Maan will tell you how it works later, but please take note of this. Don't lose this because this is where, if you attend sessions, you can have the passport stamped at the back. And if you get to finish all the stamps required, you can put this in the raffle drop box, and Maan will tell you about some of the great prizes that we have. Some of it includes travel, and some of it includes, not to preempt, studying again. But this is the SE Passport. It's inside your kits. You might have missed it. Please don't lose it. Use it when you go around the sessions, and make sure to have it stamped at the back and keep it, okay? So again, thank you very much, everyone. I hope everybody enjoys the summit. Please take advantage of the next 3 days. I'm excited to see all and get to talk to all of you. Here's the QR code again if you want the program again. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Rodmark. Okay, snacks have been served. We are going on a very short break. So if you need to do a bio break, do some networking, please do so now. And while you are on a break, while you are enjoying your snacks, I do have some announcements. The first one is about the passport. So the passport is our SE Passport Challenge. So at the back of your passport, there are stamps that you need to collect. All you have to do is explore the different zones of the conference and complete 10 fun challenges. Don't forget to have your passport stamped with each booth or session. Once your passport is complete, drop them at the registration area and you'll have a chance to win in our SE raffle. Our grand prize, so Rodmark preempted me already, but our grand prize for this raffle is a free trip. Oh, yan ah. So there's a challenge. It's a free trip on a grab a seat by the Bayan family of foundations. One seat will go to Bangkok, Thailand next year, and the other one seat will go to Siargao. Yan. So do make sure you complete your passports. You only need 10 stamps. After you complete the 10 stamps, go to the registration booth so you can get a chance to win. Another major prize for that raffle is, sabi nga ni Rodmark, again, he preempted me already. You're such a good friend, Rodmark, no? It's a chance to go back to school. Ayan. A chance to go back to school. What school are we talking about? We'll be giving away one lucky winner or a nominated person by this winner, a MESEDEV scholarship. So a MESEDEV scholarship, the Masters in Entrepreneurship in Social Enterprise Development at the Ateneo Graduate School of Business. So we will be giving away one lucky winner a scholarship, or if that winner wants to nominate someone for that scholarship. Of course, those are just the 3 major prizes, but we do have some minor prizes that I will be announcing all throughout the event in the next 3 days. You'll be seeing me for the next 3 days. Yan. So, Rodmark has outlined what will happen in the next 3 days, but if you forget, or if you want to know more, or if you want to save it on your phone, you may visit the SE Conference website, which is in the Bayan Family of Foundations.org. Just click on the 2025 SE Roadmap Conference. The schedule is available there. It is also posted in all the social media pages of the Bayan Family of Foundation. Each room as well, so the plenary and the breakout rooms, they all have a schedule by the door per day. You may also visit the registration booth to take a picture of the QR code. While Rodmark was saying something in front, the schedule is actually on that QR code. So you can also go to the registration booth to scan that QR code. or you can ask any one of our usher and staff from the Bayan family of foundations. So just look at their IDs if it says staff or secretariat, and they will be able to assist you. All over our venue event as well, there will be directional signs. So you can maximize exploring and maximize enjoying our 2025 SE conference. So we'll have a quick break now. Please do have, the restrooms are on this side. It's a bit of a walk on that side. Do take your breaks now. We will start again in a few minutes. Thank you very much, everyone.
To be honest, Quezon City, we aspire to become the social enterprise capital by 2028, but that's a very difficult thing to do without our partners. We feel like it's important to partner with the different sectors, the MSME sector, the NGO sector, the cooperative sector, and even the academe.
When we go to them, it's always with the concept that we are helping them. It's always with the concept that we would like to teach something to them. But after we teaching them, we come to learn that they know more about how to solve these problems because they experience it. They have the solutions. They just need the support to work on these solutions.
Ang SENDI po ay nagsimula sa mga nanay ng merong common factor na children with disability. Kaming mga nanay na ito ay nag-aalaga lamang noon ng aming mga anak at nagpapatherapy.
Naging motivation sa akin ay yung cases ng 3 CWD ko. I have 3 sons with autism. And parang iniisip ko po yung future nila, syempre. Then itong business na ito, sabi namin ng mga partners ko, pwede namin in the future sila yung magpatuloy, hindi lang sa amin sila aasa.
The work of Quezon City Kabahagi Center is primarily addressing the marginalization of the children with disabilities. So what we do is to ensure that there are equitable opportunities for not just the children but the families as well when it comes to giving them the opportunities for health, education, livelihood, social and empowerment. So in this conference, you saw a lot of, there are 5 social enterprises which were led by the parents of the children with disabilities. And it was very evident that their children were really a part of the social enterprise. In a sense na, we had to facilitate how will your children be part of this? What tasks can your children with disabilities do in the whole production of, let's say, their products, ganyan, or even if it's just marketing, ganyan. But the most important thing is that the child is not left behind as they are developing their SEs. And more importantly, we start with where they are. So if they're comfortable with doing their products at home, then okay, we'll do it homebound or home-based. So we want to ensure that wherever they are comfortable with, we start with that, and then we start doing, those little challenges so that there would be high likelihood of success, and then they would feel this sense of empowerment that they really can do it, that they can support themselves and the community as well.
So, malaking bagay sa amin that we're here and that we're part of the SE Roadmap. And
one of the goals is even to become a model municipality, and something that other municipalities can pattern after. As I mentioned, Ojongan is situated in a rural area on an island that is very hard to get to. So just to give you an idea, from here, I mean there's a plane, but it's only 3 times a week and it's very expensive. It's like more than 5,000 one way. So most of us take the boat at Batangas. So from here, in Quezon City, I'll take a 3-hour to 4-hour bus ride to Batangas Port, and then a 9 to 10-hour boat ride. And even today, I heard the boat ride is cancelled because of the typhoons. So we're very prone to typhoons. I think we are reflective of many of the rural municipalities in the country that are not central, that are not urbanized, that are not part of the mainland. And so what I hope is that Ojongan can pave the way and show that as a model municipality for social enterprises, guys, there's an alternative way, there's an alternative path. Government doesn't have to be the one doing all the work, but government can be an enabler to really support and push and prompt the people themselves through social enterprises, through associations and organizations, that if we all work together, if we all do our part, and if we all believe in the common vision that each person, each family, each association should have the means to provide for themselves and can be empowered to do that, then the work becomes easier and the work becomes possible. And life can be good for everyone. So I hope that Ojongan can show that it is possible. The work of development, and not just development but also politics, it's not very, very easy. To become a progressive politician in the development world, you always have to go back to that. The hugot, you always have to go back to the why. And my why is always my community, my people. And it's very difficult to live in a place where you see that a lot of the people are not able to reach their full potentials, are not able to provide for their families. And so you want to do your part, you want to do your best, so that the people you know, the people you love, can also have the opportunities to reach their full potentials and live happy. And so that's always the goal. Fighting lang tayo, keep on, because if we don't do this, then who will? Diba? And life is very short. We have to fill it with meaning, we have to fill it with the right stuff, and that's really our goal. Diba? So, to all of you, just let's keep on, and we can do it. One day at a time, one social enterprise at a time, and we'll get there.
You talk of solidarity economy, you're not thinking only of the social enterprise. You talk also of what is the role of the government to develop this, what is the role of the corporate sector to develop this, what is the role of families to help grow these enterprises. So this is why, when you think of social solidarity economy, you think of ecosystem.
We asked them first, why do you think, despite your very great efforts to improve your craft and then to market your products, why is it that up to now you have baby steps towards becoming wealthier or becoming or having a share in the pie of the wealth that is being produced in the country? So you make them analyze things like that, and then they will say maybe because we do not have a supportive economic system, and you link that then to, so if we do not have a supportive economic system, do you think there is an alternative to that? And what would be an alternative to that? So that's where we introduce social solidarity economy.
Most of the SSE enterprises or businesses, community businesses, are working in the informal sector. Yeah, don't think that might be most of them could not comply with the regional wage standard, but might be lower than this. Yeah, but they help the informal sector to have the livelihood.
So it is economic activities undertaken by the people, but they do it collectively. If they are individuals, they might organize into a cooperative or association, or it might be a foundation, or you might call it also a social enterprise. Or they are informal, we call them self-help group. The main characteristic is that they get together, they pool their resources, and undertake productive activities, and they make their activities sustainable by selling their products.
Borrowing the work of Prof. Ben Quiñones, that SE is the tree, are the trees, and SSE is the forest. And SE, we need social enterprises in order to create an inclusive as well as a collaborative social solidarity economy ecosystem. So not only in the Philippines, our work is also focused in different countries in ASEAN, like Indonesia, in Palu, Central Sulawesi. We also work with the government and civil society organization. And we do see how in the Philippines, the National SE Roadmap is successful in bringing different stakeholders, like really bringing people together in mainstreaming social entrepreneurship concept.
I'm Dodo Makasait. I'm with the Foundation for a Sustainable Society Incorporated, and we're a member of the NGO subsector of the SE Roadmap Governing Council. When we define social enterprises, actually as they can be any organizational form. They can be cooperatives, they can be corporations, they can be single proprietors or one-person corporations, for as long as they try to follow the triple bottom line. So they support and promote not only the economic bottom line, not only profit, but they also look at and promote the social and the environmental bottom lines. Well, the way I see it is that the social enterprises and other organizations, including cooperatives, are part of the social and solidarity economy. I mean, if you look at it, they're the moving parts of the social and solidarity economy. They're the enterprises, they're the firms, they're the players in that social and solidarity economy, because they follow basically the same principles of being concerned not only with profits, but also with the social good and with the environmental aspect. Well, we've always seen in our society, we've always seen that it's important that there's a network of like-minded groups and organizations and people who work together to promote social enterprises, to promote the triple bottom line. So that's why we've been active in the SE Roadmap. The message is that while I understand, because it also happens to us, that we're of course focused on our mandate, we're focused on our deliverables and what we want to achieve as an organization. But we should always try also to remember that we cannot do it alone and that we need to work together.
Okay, good morning again, everyone. Magandang umaga. I hope you are able to enjoy this. You were able to enjoy our snacks, and were able to connect and meet new people during our break, our very short break. Our next segment will focus on the current state of the Philippine SE Roadmap subsectors. We'll hear from the representatives of each subsector about their programs and initiatives that each subsector has achieved this year. Our first subsector to present is the cooperative subsector. He is a Catholic priest, social entrepreneur, and cooperative leader with over 3 decades of service and community development. He currently serves as the executive director of Caritas Manila, where he leads nationwide programs in education, nutrition, disaster management, and restorative justice. He is also a driving force in the cooperative movement, serving as chairperson of the Union of Metro Manila Cooperatives, the National Union of Cooperatives, and several other organizations dedicated to building a stronger cooperative economy. So Father Anton was with us earlier. However, he left for an urgent meeting. So for this morning, the representative for the cooperative subsector is Ray Santiago, Advocacy Officer for National Union of Cooperative. Let's give a warm round of applause for Mr. Ray Santiago.
Hello. Okay. So, I know for everyone here who knows Father Anton, I'm not Father Anton. So unfortunately, while he was with us here, kanina lang, no? He has an emergency to go to. So he tasked me to present the current status of the cooperative subsector in our SE Roadmap. So again, I'm Ray Santiago, representing Father Anton, chairperson of the National Union of Cooperatives. Okay, so if you were here last year, paulit-ulit namin pinapakita the National Union of Cooperatives. The National Union of Cooperatives is a tertiary union of cooperatives nationwide ang kanyang scope. And last year, it was just a plan. It was just an imagination, no? But this year, last January, we are officially registered with the Cooperative Development Authority. So we are now a functional organization, a juridical body, and a legal entity. The main objectives, of course, is education, advocacy, and representation of the sector nationwide. So the main vision, and we have again showed this, a version of this last year. So kung napapansin nyo, after a thorough planning and after our first General Assembly, may mga pagbabagong nangyari sa vision and mission. The vision is to unify the sector, the cooperative sector, through unions and federations of cooperatives. These are your secondary level cooperatives. And the mission is, of course, to build the cooperative economy, which is almost synonymous with the social solidarity economy that is inclusive, sustainable, and rooted in the cooperative identity. So the main functions is, well, first, lobbying and advocacy. We are already active, no, in the Congress and the Senate, lobbying bills, laws that we think will serve our sector better. Actually, even with that, it's not just the cooperative sector who benefits from this. No, usually we work with mutual fund groups, with associations, with NGOs, para ma-further and to better the SE, our social enterprises, which the cooperative is a part of. So we do promotion, social marketing, and education and training in partnership with our members, unions, and federations. And of course, ito yung pinaka-importante, and I think this is key for our for today's topic, no, which is innovation. And that root of innovation is, of course, research and development. And then we have institution building. So after a couple of hindrances. No? We actually had our onboarding of the NUC leaders to our SE roadmap. Kasi ang NUC na ang magiging official partner ng SE pagdating sa cooperative subsector. And we actually had a MOA signing with the CDA, our mother agency, our mother government agency, the Cooperative Development Authority, kung saan tinulungan nila kaming i-organize ang National Cooperative Summit, which, before that, no, kanina na-bring up ni Professor Carlo, our stand, no, our stand against the corruption happening right now in the country. And last October 1, no, bilang pagbungad, October, by the way, is the National Cooperative Month. No? By law, we celebrate October as the month for all cooperatives nationwide. Also, this year din pala ang International Year of Cooperatives. So medyo nagpatong-patong, no, yung activities for the co-op subsector. And instead of happy celebration to welcome the National Cooperative Month, we had a manifesto against corruption. No? Hindi lang ito isang advocacy stand. We believe, NUC believes, and its members believe that corruption actually hinders not just our advocacy to our communities, but our bottom lines. No? Less corruption, benefit for our enterprises. Yon ang objective na gusto naming i-push at yun yung message na gusto naming i-push. This was attended by multiple media outfits. And yes, so I hope all of us will take a stand against the corruption happening right now, especially with climate change and everything, no? Prayers to our brothers in Cebu, our brothers and sisters in Cebu. And yon. With that, notong kasabay no, in celebration of the International Year of Cooperatives, we also held the National Cooperative Summit in coordination with the Cooperative Development Authority and our members and other cooperatives in Baguio. Lumindol pa nga, no? Nandun kasama namin si Professor Carlo, kalagitnaan ng activity, lumindol. So munti ka na siyang matigil, but nagtuloy-tuloy siya. It was attended by almost 2,000 cooperators. And it was a big success. Nagkaroon kami, no? It's not just a celebration, but also we released a manifesto. We call it the Summit Manifesto, no? National Cooperative Summit Manifesto. Ito yung mga main messages. Build a mindset and discipline of social entrepreneurship, enhance cooperative competitiveness, foster unity within the sector, innovate and embrace technology, promote social impact, uphold integrity, and advocate for policy reforms that would better all social enterprises, not just the cooperatives. Yan yung aming manifesto wall. At yan, mga nag-sign yung participants. So siguro, how do I play this? A short video presentation lang, yung anong naganap. Ayan. So, to highlight siguro, no, nagkaroon din ng book launching. This book launching actually, the book was made possible sa tulong ng Bayan Family of Foundations. Nagkaroon ng book launch, naubos yung libro, but it is still available for everyone here who would like to have a copy of the book. You can contact us at NUC. So I think we still have extra printed copies, no, na hindi namin nadala sa Baguio. You can grab it. So it's a cooperative leadership and good governance. And yes, no, nag-present si Professor Carlo ng Social Solidarity Economy Modality on how we can harmonize the actions of the subsector, the cooperative subsector, with the SE Roadmap. So yung pag-harness, no, ng collective efforts of the public, private, civil society actors para mapalakas yung ating cooperative economy. And I think one of the key highlights and pinaka-valuable, no, for those who attended is our guest keynote speaker, si Ander Echeverria Otaduy, no, who came from Mondragon Cooperative in Basque, Spain. So Mondragon, if you know, is one of the world's leading cooperatives. Isa sila sa pinakamalaki, if not the biggest in Spain, if I'm right, no? If I remember correctly. And they are, others call them the Mecca of cooperatives. So sila yung ideal, no? Yung gusto nating i-emulate, no? In terms of cooperative, in large of scaling our cooperatives, making our cooperatives more competitive. If you want to know more about Mondragon, you can grab a seat, no? Kasama ata yun sa trip. Yes, yan, kasama siya sa trip. Go there, limited lang ang participation doon kasi they really wanted few people para mas engaging, no? Parang alam ko groups of 36 people lang ata. Our leaders, some of our cooperative leaders have been there and they are so wowed by the community. Basically, Mondragon, the whole place is Mondragon, no? Called Mondragon or Arasate by Basque language. The whole place is run by cooperatives, from banking, from insurance, kahit yung benefits, no, ng mga retirees, galing din lahat sa cooperative. All the education system, it is run by cooperatives, so lahat, no? But mamaya makikita nyo, no, we'll show a video to end this presentation. We'll show you a video of what Mondragon is and how competitive and advanced they are as a cooperative worldwide. I think, ayan, sige. Oops, wait lang. Ayan, sige. So to end, no, my presentation, we'll show this video. Ayan. So everyone, watch and know about Mondragon.
We've always been doers. It's in our genes. It's in our nature. At Mondragon, people come first. So, we protect you. We look after you and your family. And we save lives. We're with you every day. We heat your home. We cook for you. We give you special treats and new experiences. We love you. We've known you for a long time. We've learnt together. And we've helped you design your future. And if you need us because you want to upgrade your knowledge, here we are, close to you. And that's not all. Millions of people do their weekly shopping at our establishments. And millions have trusted their finance management to us. At Mondragon, technology is our biggest ally. We innovate to advance. We make our machines smart. We give your car a face. We transform industry. We break barriers. We make unique items, works of art. And we didn't invent the wheel, but we make wheels. At Mondragon, we're down to earth. And we care for the earth. We care for your environment. We help you recycle. We connect you to the new mobility. We also generate green energy. We're still here doing things. And we know we don't talk much about what we do. For example, you might not know that 1 out of every 10 cars in the world has our components in it. Our parts are in millions of household appliances in homes all over the world. Some of our companies are world leaders in their sector. We make the biggest things and the smallest. 90% of the world's aircraft fly with our technology solutions. 60% of the world's trains run with parts made by our machines. 1 of every 4 innovation patents in the Basque Country has our hallmark. Over a third of Europe's solar panels are made using our technology. Wind farms all over the world are made by our machines. Our bikes are world champions. And we've even reached Mars. And it won't be long before we're on the moon. Yes, on the moon. At Mondragon, we're a cooperative. We make the decisions at our work centers here, very close to home. And our decisions are in line with our principles. Yes, the decision-making centers are here. And that helps us connect with our region and our people. We care for the planet and the people who live on it, and we aim to leave a better legacy to the new generations. We work towards that goal by generating competitive, sustainable projects, and we've become a global benchmark for cooperation work. We're ordinary people doing extraordinary things together. Humanity at work. We are what we do. We are Mondragon.
Hello? Yan. Thank you very much, Ray, for representing Father Anton as chairperson of the cooperative subsector. Our next speaker is representing the NGO subsector. He is the executive director of the Foundation for a Sustainable Society Incorporated, which provides financial and capacity building services to social enterprises. For many years, he successfully led and managed many major civil society organization networks in the Philippines, including the Caucus of Development NGO Networks or Code NGO, and the Pambansang Kilusan ng mga Samahang Magsasaka, a National Federation of Peasant Organizations. He also has extensive experience in economic development and cooperative development in various organizations he worked in, including Code NGO, Pakisama, and Center for Community Services. Currently, he is a guest lecturer at the School of Government of the Ateneo de Manila University. He graduated cum laude with the degree of economics from the same university with a master's in public administration from the University of the Philippines. Let us all welcome the chairperson of the NGO subsector, Mr. Sixto Donato Macasaet.
Salamat, Mayan. Good morning, everyone. So I'll be reporting for the NGO subsector what we've done in the past year. So first, I'd like to show the roadmap, what we've done, where we started. So we started in 2023 with the establishment of the governance system together with the whole roadmap, the other subsectors of the roadmap. And then last year, we focused on the direction setting for the subsector. And this year, we're moving along that direction and mobilizing and partnering with other subsectors. Where the NGO subsector is right now composed of 60 NGOs. When we say that includes single NGOs, that also includes NGO networks, all of them providing support to social enterprises. And we have a council. So right now, well, I'm the chairperson for the subsector. Doc Ben Quiñones is also here, is the co-chairperson. And then we have two other co-chairpersons, Andy Coscaluela for Visayas and Kathleen Joyce Ojotan for Mindanao. And then we also have area cluster representatives, Clarice Quezon for North Luzon, Luke Orbos for NCR in South Luzon, Emilio Tan, many of them are also around, for the Visayas, and then Rashid, I think is over there, Bangkolongan, and Timothy Olivo for Mindanao. And then, of course, we're ably supported also by Rodmark and by Ishi Benedicto, among others. So for 2025, we've identified 3 basic strategies, including increasing the membership of the subsector, and then engaging the members, primarily through social enterprise symposia, and activation of committees. We endeavored to activate committees along the pathways that were also identified by the other subsectors. So that's monitoring and evaluation, financing, capacity dev, access to market, and volunteer and immersion. Although for the past year, as I'll explain in the next slides, we've managed to focus to activate 3 committees, 3 of those committees. The financing one, the financing platform, the capacity dev, and impact evaluation or monitoring. And we'll try to work on the others in the next year. So what have those committees done? Well, before the committee, sorry. So we, as a whole subsector, we've sponsored symposiums in the past months, 2 symposiums, one in April on transforming communities through social enterprises, and the other one last July on the social enterprise financing platform. So we've had good feedback about those symposiums, and also a good number of participants. These are online symposium. And then for the committees, as I said, we've focused on we've identified 5 committees that we want to activate, and we've managed to activate 3 of them. One is the financing committee. So this has been talking about the SE financing platform as a platform for meeting the financing needs of social enterprises, but going beyond that, also to harmonize the work of capacity building, impact assessment, and financing. There'll be the committee will be is organizing a plenary session tomorrow from 9 to 10:30, so that will also be here. So if you're interested in knowing more about the work of the committee, please attend that session. There's also the SE financing platform has also launched a newsletter that will provide monthly updates about the work of the platform. So if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, you can do it through this QR code, or maybe approach any of us if you have difficulties with the QR code. The second committee is the Capacity Development Committee. The Capacity Development Committee, basically we decided to focus first on clarifying what are the needs of social enterprises in the Philippines. To do this, we did a survey, and we had around 34 respondents from social enterprises, from NGOs, and from other subsectors. We asked the other subsectors to also join the survey. So we had around 34 respondents, and then we had a follow-up survey where we asked those who said that they have capacity development resources if they're willing to share information about those resources and to share access to them. And through that, we gathered 55 resources from around 20 organizations, and we will be sharing those resources soon. No? And then just to give you a flavor of what the survey said, or what were the results of the survey. Well, first, in terms of the coverage of the respondents, around 50% of them operated nationwide, and then a good number also operated province-wide, and around 21% operated in one city or town. No? And then in terms of the nature of the organization, a good number were social enterprises, 44%. And then we also had networks or associations of social enterprises that responded to the survey. And that should be the orange one. Resource organizations or support organizations, around 1/4 of the respondents. And then one of the questions was, what are the 3 most important areas for capacity development that is needed by your social enterprise or by the social enterprises that you work with? This slide shows you the result and we looked at the results for social enterprises, for social enterprise support organizations and associations, and for other organizations. This slide shows you the response of the social enterprises. The top need that they identified was on marketing, and then on operations management and financial management. So their top is marketing, operations management, and financial management. For the networks and the resource organizations, the top 3 was more on financial management, and then strategic planning, and then governance. Marketing, well, you also have their operations management, which was among the top 3 for social enterprises, but not so much on marketing. And then for the other organizations, what they identified as the important needs of the social enterprises that they support, number 1 is governance and leadership. And then you have monitoring and evaluation. So I guess that also reflects where the differences in terms of the identified or felt needs of the different subsectors. Then we also asked, do you also have SE capacity development efforts? And 3/4 of the respondents said yes. And then we asked, what are these efforts and where are they? So most are seminars and workshops. That's the blue bars. Those are the blue bars. So most are seminars and workshops, although there are also a good number of training, mentoring program, the green bars. And it's across the different needs also, although many also have on governance and leadership, strategic planning, and financial management. So these are the available resources of the organizations that participated in the survey. And I mentioned earlier, we asked them if they're willing to share this, and a good number of them said yes, and provided information about that. We also asked, have you availed of capacity development activities before? Around 60% said yes. And we asked, what was your main reason? The main reasons are actually growing the business. The green one is improving productivity, and then growing the business, and then the red one is reaching more clients. Medyo naligaw po yung mga arrows, so huwag niyong pasingwa. And then we also asked, do you plan to avail of capacity development activities or programs in the next 12 months? And a good number, 83% said yes. And then what are the reasons that they see for that? The highest is the darker blue, growing business by increasing production. And then the red, reaching more clients. And then the green one is improving productivity. And then does your organization have any existing SE partners or members or beneficiaries? And 53% of them said yes. And we asked how many are these? And from those responding, which is only around 34, 35 organizations, they said that they work with more than 2,000 social enterprises. And then, so that's the second committee. By the way, the second committee, the capacity development committee will also have a session tomorrow in the plenary at the second time, 11 o'clock to 12:30 tomorrow. And then the third committee that was activated is the Impact Assessment Committee. And so they have already drafted a plan. They have drafted a framework for assessing the impact of social enterprises. And this will be shared also here on day 3 at 11 a.m. to 12:30. So what do we want to do in the next year? We want to build on what has been started by the 3 committees: financing, the financing platform, the capacity development, particularly on what resources can be shared. And we're also planning to explore what can be done together. And then the Impact Assessment and Monitoring Committee will also build on that. And then we want to work with other subsectors on the 2 other concerns that we've identified. Access, we think that other subsectors, the corporate subsector, the academic subsector, the cooperative subsector, and the MSME subsector will have a lot to contribute, and we want to also participate in the access to market and in the volunteer and immersion programs, aside from onboarding existing partners. So that's the report of the NGO subsector. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Sir Dodo. Okay, the next subsector that will be presenting is the MSMEs and People's Association subsector. To introduce our speaker, He is a graduate of the Ateneo de Manila University and the Ateneo Graduate School of Business with Masters in Entrepreneurship and Social Enterprise Development. He also holds a certificate for the Professional Chef Plus program from the Center for Culinary Arts, or the CCA. He is currently the Banana Chief of Villa Socorro Farm, a family-run social enterprise located in Pagsanhan, Laguna, engaged in integrated entrepreneurial sustainable farming model that does farm food manufacturing, farm tourism, farm education, farm niche making, and farm fashion while working with the local community via a foundation. Ayan, no? Nagawa ko yung ano mo. He is also a part-time lecturer on topics including agribusiness and marketing, a Mansmith and Fielder's Young Market Masters awardee for advocacy marketing, an Asia-New Zealand Foundation Young Business Leaders Initiative member, a social entrepreneur farmer, and again, the Banana Chief. Let us all welcome the chairperson of the MSME subsector, Mr. Raymond Aaron.
Thank you, Ma. Parang a bit much, but thank you. Thank you on the emphasis on the "the." Diba? Para medyo may dating tayo. Oh, okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Nice seeing beautiful people. It's a breath of fresh air to see everyone actual faces of people that I see throughout the years, no? So everyone here, parang ang galing to see you here. Especially coming from me last year, ako yung isa sa mga bagong salta amongst the leaders of the subsectors. I came in last year, I would say voluntold in a sense to take on this role, but as a very willing victim, I'm still here a year after. Lumalaban pa naman. So, sabi ni Honorable Mayor Joy kanina, years are long, but days are, years are fast, but days are long. Parang ang lalim kanina nung pinapakinggan ko. I got to reflect a little bit, and it's actually true. Parang I've been doing this job for a year now. Again, I still don't know why I'm doing it, why they chose me to do it, but as I stand here in front of everyone, as a 5-year plan, parang ang daming kailangan gawin. It seems so such a big, tough task, but I'm very glad that we have very good people and representation from the different members of the subsector. So together with Tita Pinky, unfortunately she can't be here, so hi na lang to the recording to Tita Pinky when she sees this. Together with Vinny, Faith, Rose, and another Rose, and we have Anne, Jane, and Lindy. So these are the representatives natin of the subsector. I'll be mentioning even more names later. But overall, to the past, pumapalakpak na siya. Hi, Lindy. So for the past year, ito yung ating ginagawa. So when I stood here last year, sabi ko, it's such a long road. I wanted to at least, as a reminder to the MESEDEV students here, we always have to begin with the end in mind. That's something Prof. Ed has always taught us. So as I was getting into this job, para naman medyo ma-trim down natin ang konti, sabi ko, okay, I need a vision. I need a vision that we can all kind of rally on, latch on to. So I said, as my first day, di ba, gumawa agad ako ng vision. Let's have world-class social enterprises thriving in a community-driven economy. A year into it, pwede naman magbago ng vision, di ba? I think I want to change it a little bit as we're here today. Pagpasensyahan nyo na yung mga naging professors ko, minsan talaga pa iba-iba ng isip. You have to change it a little bit, but this is why. Because through the past year, I realized, as much as it is a social enterprise conference, it's not about social enterprises. Naku. Sorry, Carlo. Baka pagalit. It's not about social enterprises because it's about the social entrepreneurs. It's about the individuals who has been helping throughout that journey the past year. So this is the time that I would like to call on and acknowledge all the social enterprises Especially if you are a member of the MSME subsector, please stand up. If you're not yet a member of the MSME subsector, it's a time for you to, ayan, hello everyone. Sorry, I guess hindi ganun karami, hello? Hindi ganun karami yun nandito inside the room because they are actually hard at work outside. They're in the showcase area trying to sell their products and services. So parang awa nyo na. After the events, lumabas kayo at bumili kayo and support all of these social entrepreneurs. Total required naman kayo for you to win the MESEDEV, the program scholarship and all these other trips na mga gawa nyo last year. But on a more serious note, it was such a refreshing, it was very refreshing for me to work with all of these people. So we set up 3 different committees. We have our Community Building Committee, Capacity Development Committee, and Market Access Committee. So my role as the chairperson is actually just parang traffic enforcer baga of all of these committees as they really do the hard work. These committees, and I think I will have to mention Ishi, as well from this table, and all the great work that our committee and the team has been doing. So we have a few other names to mention. Gerald Sanoy, Apples Garmay, Lindy again, and Rowena, Veronica and Gerald. All these different committee leaders, committee leads who has helped us through the past year. That has led us to 170 members. Maybe still a bit of work from my end to increase that number. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari through the next year naman that we build this community. But these are our members that we see the faces during meetings, members who are very active working in this subsector. So it's a good, very, very good number to start with. So, thank you to our corporation subsector. Ready na ata si Carmina for her talk. But yeah, thank you very much for bringing us a lot of the BPI SENA graduates to be part of members. So, kaka-award lang kahapon ng mga additional BPI SENA in focus winners. So, expecting 22 new members to the subsector. We also do some meetups. Again, as community building, it's masaya rin naman to see people not just during the conferences, but also during our meetings. Some would obviously be very generous to share food. Kaya yung dalawang picture ko dyan ay kumakain ako pareho. So thank you very much for joining us during the subsector meeting. It's open for everyone. It's really a time for us to build the community. We love hearing stories. We love hearing other people's expertise to learn about what you do. So we also put up our Facebook community so that we can bring our conversations online. And speaking of learning, so also our community, if you want to join, you can scan the QR code. But since we also want to learn more, nabanggit na rin kanina ni Dodo would be capacity development. It's something that we ourselves see as a potential improvement for our subsector. So we do different subsector-led activities where we do trainings or internal talks and workshops. We had one with Judy, Just One Nut. It was yung picture na nakita nyo kanina. It's a very interesting activity that brought everyone together and do activities and work with our hands. Also, parang improve creativity of these social entrepreneurs. We also had an online cyber hygiene for MSMEs program led by Rosa. So yeah, might be here as well. Yeah, so again, more photos. At least hindi na ako kumakain dyan. Okay, so we also have our spotlight, again, sharing stories of the different social entrepreneurs. This afternoon, we do have even more programs ng aming subsector sa second floor where we invited even more people to just really open up that conversation and tell their stories. And lastly, we have our Market Access Committee where we do different trade shows. So we are lucky enough to be, sabi ko nga, world-class social enterprises or social entrepreneurs. So we are able to join the IFEX International Food Expo in World Trade Center. So also thank you to Willie, might be here already, who brought in other members of the subsector to showcase their products. So imagine, di lang tayo pang local trade shows, but we now get to do parang ganitong trade show that really showcases our products internationally. But syempre, hindi pa rin nawawala yung local trade shows. So very thankful that DTI has been very active in not just supporting regular entrepreneurs, regular enterprises, but also social enterprises through their national trade fairs and different trade shows. So you see the different booths of our subsector members na mas parami pa ng parami ang representation pagdating sa mga ganitong klaseng trade shows. So, again, siguro before I proceed to the 2026, I will do exactly what I would do when I was in school together with your Prof. Carlo. I would copy him. Diba? Kaya naman ako nakapasa kasi I would copy Carlo. So, copying Carlo na kanyang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabayan. So these are the values that we have as social entrepreneurs. So actually, that's the social part of the entrepreneur. But what we really want to bring forward would be the entrepreneur, which would be how to bring these values and turn them into something that is of value. Not just local, but all over the world. Let's bring that value. At sabi ko nga, dahil malamang makakalimutan ko to, kaya sinulat ko. So, ito pa ang ating gustong makamtan para tayo ay makapagbigay pa ng suporta sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa ating subsector. So, pasadahan ko lang a little bit fast for our 2026 since we will be doing this during the last day anyway. We want to further deepen our engagement and impact with the people behind the enterprises. I think the enterprise, the social enterprise, is really just an effect of the transformational change that we do with the people that we have in our subsector. So it's really impacting the people behind the enterprises. And speaking of people, we also want to bring in even more people through people's organizations. So something that we've already established during last year's conference, but hopefully, or hindi na hope, nagsimula kanina nga, sabi ni Mayor Trina, we pag-asa and hope, but I think today it's really more of the action. So we want to act towards increasing our reach with the people's organizations, as well as pursue more aggressively our collaborations with the subsector, with the other subsectors. So yeah, once again, I've been Raymond, the Banana Chief. I'm looking forward for 3 more days. Babangit nga ni Carlo kanina, it's not just a conference, it's actually parang dating app pala to. Since we are in tech, so it's a dating app the next 3 days. It's up to us, especially it's a challenge to the 170 members of the MSME subsector to find your match to the next few days. Kung pag-ibig ang hanap nyo, hindi lang natin alam, pero if it's matching you with technology solutions, innovative solutions for our enterprises and how we can go world-class, then that's what we're here for the next few days. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Banana Chief, Raymond Aron. Yan, challenge naman sa atin, find your match. So all of the booths here at the ground floor are technology startups. That could be your match. Our next subsector that will be presenting is the academe subsector. Let me introduce our speaker. He is the founding director of the Lasallian Social Enterprise for Economic Development, or LSED Center at the De La Salle University, where he also teaches social innovation and entrepreneurship. A professor fellow for economic empowerment under the U.S. State Department's YSEALI program and a regional facilitator for the British Council Philippines, he has long championed social entrepreneurship and youth empowerment. He's the founder of the Y and founding president of the Youth Teach Philippines and has received numerous recognitions, including being named a top 5 finalist for Engagement Leader of the Year in Asia Pacific in 2020 and Social Innovator of the Year in 2014. He's also a Circular Economy Fellow of Orange ASEAN, a Bridging Leadership Fellow of AIM, and a YLKD Fellow of the Ateneo School of Government and World Bank KDC. A certified human resource professional, he finished his PhD in Philippine Studies at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, where he is a university scholar and president's lister. Let us all welcome the chairperson of the academe subsector and NASIA, Dr. Norby Salonga.
Good morning. Okay, sorry, I have a script because I usually go off script, so I need to follow this script, no? So again, welcome to the 2025 Philippine Social Enterprise Roadmap Conference. I'd like to acknowledge all of you, the change makers, the stakeholders, key stakeholders of the social enterprise sector. Palakpakan nyo naman po yung mga sarili nyo. No, without you, wala itong sector na ating kinabibilangan right now. So I would say that the social enterprise sector is growing, it is evolving, and it's also transforming. Growing because we have seen a growth of the sector from 2017 to 2023 from 164,000 social enterprises to 202,000 at the end of 2023. According to a joint report of UP, Ateneo, and DLSU, together with ISEA, Present Coalition, and FSSI. It is also evolving because more segments of social enterprises, including the basic sectors, are now actively engaged in the sector. Lastly, it is also transforming. We have seen community members taking on leadership roles and developing their communities through social enterprises. Indeed, the sector is positioned to create bigger impacts. At the center of these developments are the different sectors working collectively towards the localization or realization of our vision for a more inclusive society. One of the sectors actively working in this area is the academe. The recognition of the pivotal role of academia, information, and social enterprise development is one of the reasons that inspired us to establish what we now know as the National Association of Social Enterprise Educators and Administrators. We are committed to support the growth of the social enterprise sector in the country through initiatives related to curriculum, social engagement, and research. Looking back, our objective was very simple. We wanted to organize ourselves into an association that will represent the academe subsector in the governance system of what we now know as the Philippine Social Enterprise Roadmap. Our association's shared commitment and mission to support the growth of the sector is consistent with the Philippine SE Roadmap's vision. This is emphasized by the many developments that are happening both in the SE and education sectors. As a positive response, we put in place different committees within our structures that enable us to organize ourselves and develop programs that are consistent with our commitment to the roadmap. Allow me to share with you some of the collective accomplishments of NICEA as an association. For academic year 2024-2025, we have engaged over 17,625 stakeholders under 38 programs and initiatives nationwide. Our engagement has expanded in 10 key areas, namely curriculum, integration, research, formation, social enterprise development, social engagement, advocacy, internationalization, as well as incubation and acceleration. We take pride in the fact that some of our association members have been recognized regionally and globally for social impact. So these are some of the areas. And at present, we have a total of 37 member schools and higher education institutions nationwide. NACEA is now in the process of registration with the Securities and Exchange Commission as a formal organization of social enterprise educators and administrations. We have also put in place NACEA hubs with LSID Center of De La Salle University as the National Secretariat and Brightwood School as our first hub in Pampanga for Region 3. We have also led important partnerships with other academic institutions. The LSU through LSID Center has facilitated game-changing partnerships with the Ateneo de Manila University. I think we have a representative. I think Anna is here, Anna Tan, and Miss Georgie. And the University of the Philippines System. I think Melanie is here. Not yet. All right. One of the most concrete contributions is the National Social Enterprise Profiling with FSSI, ISEA, and the present coalition. When it comes to the effectiveness of our program, some of our members have been recognized regionally, one of which is De La Salle University having to win back-to-back regional winners or regional awards for 2 Asia-Pacific awards for 3 consecutive years. The entrepreneurship course was also recognized as one of the awardees of the Global Entrepreneurship Course of the Year held last September at Prague, Czech Republic. This puts the Philippines on the global map of becoming a hub for social innovation in the academe, recognizing the pivotal role in the localization of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We have created several committees that allow us to work together with other subcommittees, specifically on localization of the Philippine Social Enterprise Roadmap, as well as the capacity building and organizational development of some of our members. So these are the officers of NASEA as an association represented by different universities in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. For 2026, we are positioned to start various efforts, particularly in expanding our membership for the NASEA Hub, capacity building of our members, and setting up more hubs in the different regions of the Philippines. Indeed, many great things have been accomplished. With your continued support, we shall continue with or without a roadmap. I would like to emphasize that people is the most important resource on the planet, not money. This is what social entrepreneurship is all about. Our role, just to reiterate, in the academe is to ensure that we transform our generation that understands the value of education in real life. We are all part of the sector. We are the sector. Tayo lahat ang nagsusulong at bumubuo ng sektor na ito. Mabuhay ang social enterprise sector, mabuhay tayong lahat. Magandang umaga.
Thank you very much, Dr. Norby Salonga. And last but not least, of course, the final subsector that we'll be presenting is the corporate subsector. To introduce our speaker, the chairperson of the corporate subsector is a graduate of De La Salle University, earning a dual degree in economics and business management. Having spent 25 years with the Ayala Group, she held various leadership positions in the telecommunications and banking industries. Prior to her appointment in BPI Foundation, she served as head of deposits product management and subsequently led customer relationship marketing and loyalty division at BPI. She is currently a member of the board of trustees of the Associations of Foundation. In her present role as Executive Director of BPI Foundation, she leverages her extensive background and deep commitment to social impact to lead the Foundation's efforts in driving meaningful change across the Philippines. Let us all welcome the Chairperson of the Corporation Subsector, Ms. Carmina Marquez.
Morning to all of you. I think it's a tough time to present today because you might be looking forward to lunch. But please bear with me for the next 2 hours for my presentation. No, this will just be quick. So basically, I'll be giving an update or declare the state of the corporation subsector of the SE roadmap, of the SE development roadmap. So phases of the corporation subsector starts with the first phase, where alignment and scaling up of roadmap relevant programs of BPI Foundation, Alagang Ayala Land, and Bangko, because as one of the first or one of the key movers of this movement of the SE roadmap, we tried to maximize and capitalize on our partnerships of our sister companies or subsidiaries at Ayala Group. For phase 2 for 2023 to 2025, we began to and continue to mobilize our Ayala Group contributors. And for the last phase, 2025 to 2027, we are to mobilize and partner with other corporate networks, with other conglomerates, such that we're able to replicate the Ayala Group model with other partners. Key challenges faced by the subsector in 2025. For those of you who were here last year, I was joined by my co-chair, Jinky Aguinaldo. No? Alagang Ayala Lands, Jinky Aguinaldo was called to another leadership role. One of the first subsector members and previously led the subsector membership committee under the corporation subsector. She was very instrumental in recruiting almost all Ayala subsidiaries and was preparing to onboard non-Ayala companies. To address, we also recognize the efforts of Jane and Edelino of BPI Banco, who was replaced by a new representative this year. She is one of the first subsector members and was driving the social enterprise financing platform. To address the leadership vacuum, the exodus of these two leaders, a new co-chairperson who I like to be recognized here, Carlos Santos, is the new co-chairperson. Let's give him a round of applause. Carlos Santos is now my co-chair in the corporation subsector to replace Jinky Aguinaldo. He is from Globe and he will be scaling up Globe's digital inclusivity initiatives as a core program that can supplement the corporation subsector efforts. Gaining ground despite the 2025 challenges is very evident in our involvement in the Ayala Group. Is united in leading social enterprise development with you. We have onboarded members. You see quite a lot of logos here. These are actually members that we're trying to mobilize to get our corporation subsector going when it comes to nurturing and supporting our social enterprises. New this year are Alveo, Ayala Land Premier, GCash, and apart from the Ayala Group, we are fortunate enough to onboard Meta as one of our key contributors to the corporation subsector. Although it's not here because this is basically the Ayala Group of companies. In May, we supported the ASEAN SDG SSE Forum in Malaysia, where I was nominated as a resource speaker to showcase the Ayala Group's leadership of the SE Roadmap Corporation subsector. In the said forum, we shared the model, the Ayala Group model for private sector involvement in the social enterprise space. It was very insightful because I got to meet a lot of partners, stakeholders, and even social enterprise themselves who were very interested in what we were doing back here in Manila. Guiding new SEs into the roadmap, we went into the process of streamlining the onboarding of program stakeholders, the example of which are the SINAG alumni in other SE Roadmap subsectors, with majority of them joining the MSME subsector. Continuation and even adding to the programs. So we had BPI SINAG, which was recently concluded. We had BPI SINAG in Focus 2025, which is really for the Social Enterprise Acceleration Program. It's a very comprehensive program equipping social enterprise leaders with the strategic, operational, and financial skills to scale their mission-driven ventures and drive ethical, sustainable impact into their respective regions. So we were more pointed this year when it came to the CNAG in focus, where we had 61 signups from regions 4A, 7, and 12, where we were able to trim down our finalists to over 20 of them, to over 20 social enterprises. These social enterprises benefited through a 9-day boot camp and are about to receive cash grants of 100 to 300,000 for the top 6 to 10 and tops 1 to 5 respectively. BPIC Nag-Inclusive, aside from In Focus, we have BPIC Nag-Inclusive for startup social enterprises, where we provide actionable framework and tools to identify opportunities, build resilient ventures, and measure success against a triple bottom line, people, planet, and profit, aligned with the UN SDGs. So we were able to get 227 signups nationwide, and qualified, and those who were eligible were about 192. And they'll be receiving a 5-day boot. They received a 5-day boot camp to transform initial concepts into actionable social enterprise development plans. And the top 20 actually received 15 to 25,000 depending on their rank. So apart from the boot camp assistance or training, they were also able to receive cash grants that will help them expand their businesses coming from where they are today. BPI Banco also played an instrumental role in our 2025 initiatives in our when it comes to financial inclusion roadshows. In over 12 locations, over 1,200 participated, and over 1,000 opened accounts. So we don't only give training, mentoring, capacity building efforts, but we also provide easy access to financial products and services. And this is the role of Banco in the corporation subsector. Globe of Good, through digital inclusivity for piloting in QC and Baguio this coming November and December, and for nationwide rollout consideration in 2026. Phase 1 would be digital inclusivity assessments and onboarding LGU leaders. Phase 2 would be social preparation and acceptance of the digital infrastructure. And Phase 3 is digital literacy and inclusivity, social entrepreneurship, and tech enablement. For iPeople and Bayan Synergy, building social enterprise capacity, we also co-create social enterprise courses with partner schools and hope to be able to offer them as electives or as part of their curriculum. We are co-creating episodes for the upcoming Bayan Ed streaming platform and build SE skills and knowledge. We also provided market access by connecting our social enterprises directly to consumers. This is a key, Farm-to-Table Weekend Market is a key initiative of Ayala Property Management Corporation, focused on Nuvali and helping the Mahayhay farmers, officially launched in June. The project partners with local farmers to help maximize their harvests, and was successfully replicated at Ayala Mall's Capital Central Fiesta Market in Bacolod last September. So for 2026, we will continue to lead the way now with other Philippine corporations. As I mentioned, we'd like to be able to replicate the success story that we have with the Ayala Group model and port it into other conglomerates with their respective subsidiaries, to be able to carry out initiatives on membership, to continue our membership onboarding in our corporation subsector, to continue our program development, our program executions, as well as onboarding social enterprises officially. So with that, I end my presentation. That's it for the corporation subsector.
Thank you once again, Miss Carmina. So we are actually very early on our schedule. It's 12:15. Our lunch break is at 12:30. But a few announcements before we go for lunch. We will all be back. No, we will be back with a program in the plenary at 1:30 p.m. But there will be other breakout room sessions in different parts of our venue. So do look at your schedule again. At 1 p.m., we will have a ribbon cutting ceremony to officially open the marketplace here in our 2025 SE Roadmap Conference. This ribbon cutting will be led by Carlo Calimon, President of Startup Village, Raymond Aaron, the Banana Chief of Villa Socorro Farm, Luke Orbos, the Executive Director of Bayan Academy, Dr. Norby Salonga, the Chairperson of the Academe Subsector and LSEED, Jay Akar, Regional Director, DTI NCRO, Rod Mark Bariga, the President of Society for the Advancement of Professional Social Entrepreneurship, and Professor Carlos Sagon, the President of the Bayan Family of Foundations. So if you'd like to see the opening of the marketplace and go around, it's at 1 o'clock at the front for our ribbon cutting. And then right after that ribbon cutting, there will be a short parade throughout the marketplace leading up to the second floor as well. Again, sessions will start at 1:30 p.m. here in the plenary and in different breakout rooms. So thank you very much. That ends our morning session. We'll see you back at 1:30. Oh, lunch, sorry. Lunch will be served here only at the plenary. It will be served at 12:30. So you can come back here at 12:30 or stay here because lunch will be served at your table. Thank you very much.
When you talk of solidarity economy, you're not thinking only of the social enterprise. You talk also of what is the role of the government to develop this? What is the role of the corporate sector to develop this? What is the role of families to help grow these enterprises? So this is why, when you think of social solidarity economy, you think of ecosystem.
We asked them first, why do you think, despite your very great efforts to improve your craft and then to market your products, why is it that up to now, you have baby steps towards becoming wealthier or becoming or having a share in the pie of the wealth that is being produced in the country. So you make them analyze things like that, and then they will say maybe because we do not have a supportive economic system, and you link that then to, so if we do not have a supportive economic system, do you think there is an alternative to that? And what would be an alternative to that? So that's where we introduce social solidarity economy.
Most of the SSE enterprises or businesses, community businesses, are working in the informal sector. Yeah, don't think that might be most of them could not comply with the regional wage standard, but might be lower than this. Yeah, but they help the informal sector to have the livelihood.
So it is economic activities undertaken by the people, but they do it collectively. Yeah. If they are individuals, they might organize into a cooperative or association, or it might be a foundation, or you might call it also a social enterprise. Or they are informal, we call them self-help group. The main characteristic is that they get together, they pool their resources, and undertake productive activities, and they make their activities sustainable by selling their products.
Borrowing the work of Prof. Ben Quiñones, that SE is the tree, are the trees, and SSE is the forest. And SE, we need social enterprises in order to create an inclusive as well as a collaborative social solidarity economy ecosystem. So not only in the Philippines, our work is also focused in different countries in ASEAN, like Indonesia, in Palu, Central Sulawesi. We also work with the government and civil society organization. And we do see how in the Philippines, the National SE Roadmap is successful in bringing different stakeholders, like really bringing people together in mainstreaming social entrepreneurship concept.
Meron daw 20,000 registered cooperatives, sabi ng CDA, at almost 12 million individual members. That is a force in itself, no? Napakalakas niyan. 12 million members individually and 20,000 cooperative organization. Kaya lang, it's still fragmented, scattered, kanya-kanya. Kaya hindi natin nararamdaman the power of the cooperative, no? To have a socioeconomic impact sa ating kabuhayan. Kasi nga, hindi siya united, walang isang kilos, kanya-kanyang biyahe, no? Kaya that's the purpose of NUC, no? National Union of Cooperatives, no? To unify the cooperative movement led by unions and federations.
Yung National Union na sinasabi ni Father Anton na pinapresent namin for the SE Roadmap, the main project actually of the cooperatives in SE is a tertiary level, nationwide. Yun yung magiging partner ng SE sa participation ng kooperatiba.
Our education has two segments. One is for partner farmers, really bringing in that entrepreneurial mindset, that whole social enterprise concept to current farmers, but we also know of the reality na farmers are aging in our country. So we also have one side of the farm ed, which is catered to the youth. It's really catered to having and teaching the social enterprise mentality and mindset to the younger generations. So how can we build future generations that are aware of social entrepreneurship so that they themselves can be the social enterprises in the future? I'm sure mas magaling tong next generation so they can really come up with even more innovative solutions for these social problems that we've been having for the longest time.
There's just so much more work to do. I would put it that way in how we're doing. We have so much more work to do. We've made inroads, but there's a lot to be done. I really look forward to deepening the engagements, what we've started, deepening them, really addressing the concerns and the problems and making a difference. And of course, reaching even more, reaching a wider audience so that more people come on board and help us in what we're trying to do.
To be honest, Quezon City, we aspire to become the social enterprise capital by 2028, but that's a very difficult thing to do without our partners. We feel like it's important to partner with the different sectors, the MSME sector, the NGO sector, the cooperative sector, and even the academe.
When we go to them, it's always with the concept that we are helping them. It's always with the concept that we would like to teach something to them. But after we teaching them, we come to learn that they know more about how to solve these problems because they experience it. They have the solutions. They just need the support to work on these solutions.
Ang SENDI po ay nagsimula sa mga nanay ng merong common factor na children with disability. Kaming mga nanay na ito ay nag-aalaga lamang noon ng aming mga anak at nagpapatherapy.
Naging motivation sa akin ay yung cases ng 3 CWD ko. I have 3 sons with autism. And parang iniisip ko po yung future nila, syempre. Then itong business na ito, sabi namin ng mga partners ko, pwede namin in the future sila yung magpatuloy, hindi lang sa amin sila aasa.
The work of Quezon City Kabahagi Center is primarily addressing the marginalization of the children with disabilities. So what we do is to ensure that there are equitable opportunities for not just the children but the families as well when it comes to giving them the opportunities for health, education, livelihood, social and empowerment. So in this conference, you saw a lot of, there are 5 social enterprises which were led by the parents of the children with disabilities. And it was very evident that their children were really a part of the social enterprise. In a sense na, we had to facilitate how will your children be part of this? What tasks can your children with disabilities do in the whole production of, let's say, their products, ganyan, or even if it's just marketing, ganyan. But the most important thing is that the child is not left behind as they are developing their SEs. And more importantly, we start with where they are. So if they're comfortable with doing their products at home, then okay, we'll do it homebound or home-based. So we want to ensure that wherever they are comfortable with, we start with that, and then we start doing, those little challenges so that there would be high likelihood of success, and then they would feel this sense of empowerment that they really can do it, that they can support themselves and the community as well.
So, malaking bagay sa amin that we're here and that we're part of the SE Roadmap. And one of the goals is even to become a model municipality, and something that other municipalities can pattern after. As I mentioned, Ojongan is situated in a rural area on an island that is very hard to get to. So just to give you an idea, from here, there's a plane, but it's only 3 times a week and it's very expensive. It's like more than 5,000 one week. So most of us take the boat at Batangas. So from here, Quezon City, I'll take a 3-hour to 4-hour bus ride to Batangas Port, and then a 9 to 10-hour boat ride. And even today, I heard the boat ride is cancelled because of the typhoons. So we're very prone to typhoons. I think we are reflective of many of the rural municipalities in the country that are not central, that are not urbanized, that are not part of the mainland. And so what I hope is that Ojongan can pave the way and show that as a model municipality for social enterprises, guys, there's an alternative way, there's an alternative path. Government doesn't have to be the one doing all the work, but government can be an enabler to really support and push and prompt the people themselves through social enterprises, through associations and organizations, that if we all work together, if we all do our part, and if we all believe in the common vision that each person, each family, each association should have the means to provide for themselves and can be empowered to do that, then the work becomes easier and the work becomes possible. And life can be good for everyone. So I hope that Ojongan can show that it is possible. The work of development, and not just development but also politics, it's not very, very easy. To become a progressive politician in the development world, you always have to go back to that. You always have to go back to the why. And my why is always my community, my people. And it's very difficult to live in a place where you see that a lot of the people are not able to reach their full potentials, are not able to provide for their families. And so you want to do your part, you want to do your best, so that the people you know, the people you love, can also have the opportunities to reach their full potentials and live happy. And so that's always the whole goal. Fighting lang tayo, keep on, because if we don't do this, then who will? Diba? And life is very short. We have to fill it with meaning, we have to fill it with the right stuff, and that's really our goal. So, to all of you, let's keep on, and we can do it. One day at a time, one social enterprise at a time, and we'll get there.